Welcome to Whoa News. I'm your host, Humphrey Babington, and today we have quite the program. First, with updates on the bubonic plague, and next with 2 interviews with people with opposing views on the Bible being written for all citizens to see. The bubonic plague, otherwise known as the Black Death, has ravaged Europe for years. Symptoms may include swollen lymph nodes, headaches, fatigue, muscle aches, coughing blood, and fever. So far, a total of 50,000 people have died from the Black Plague. Okay, 500,000 people. 1 million? 20 million? 50 million people have died from the Black Plague. That's 60% of Europe's total population. Luckily, none of us here at Whoa News have been affected by this awful pandemic. Have you ever felt frustrated because you can't draw? Have you always dreamed to paint like Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, or even Leonardo da Vinci, but you just don't have the coordination or sense of color to paint like the greats? Well, now you can with our Color by Numbers book. Color amazing paintings like the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, and our biggest and greatest, the entire ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Buying this product was the best decision of my life. Now my family finally takes me seriously, and I didn't even do any work.
I still can't draw, but I can trick myself into thinking I can with this amazing book.
Never feel bad about your artistic abilities again. Buy our book today.
Only $99. Batteries not invented.
We are back after that commercial break. We are deeply sorry for those technical difficulties. Now we go to our interview with... What? Okay. Breaking news. Explorer Christopher Columbus has discovered an entirely new continent on his way to Asia. Christopher is here with us on a broadcast all the way from the new continent to explain his discovery. Hi, Christopher. This is a huge achievement. How do you feel about finding an entirely new continent?
I'm very excited about the finding of this continent. I hope that the land will provide great resources for Spain.
What is the new continent like?
The New World is a fantastic place, but there's almost nothing that is the same as in Spain. There's new food, new animals, and even new people. At the moment, we are building a new settlement and are going to try to find as much as we can in this new area.
Mr. Columbus, what do you hope to accomplish with this new continent?
I would like to find valuable items and claim this new land for Spain. The Spanish monarchs paid for me to come here, so I hope to repay my debt with findings from this continent.
Thank you, Mr. Columbus, for your valuable insight on this new land. Now to our next story. We have 2 people with very different opinions on the Bible being printed for all. We now go to Simon Green, live in the field.
Thank you, Martin. I am currently here with Priest Osborne to hear what he has to say about the recent invention of the printing press and the printing of the Bible. So how do you feel about this situation?
I'm not exactly happy with the widespread availability of the Bible. People like me who preach the teachings of the Bible have been chosen for the sacred position. We teach what the Bible really means so that its words are not twisted into something that was not intended. The things I speak are the truth, which is not something that you can guarantee if all are allowed to interpret the Bible's holy words however they want. The printing of the Bible has created a horrible problem for our great religion, and it needs to be stopped.
Thank you, Priest Osborne, for your reasoning behind your opinion. We now go to Reginald Buslingthorpe for an interview with a commenter who has a very different opinion on the matter. Reginald?
Thank you, Simon. I'm here now with a local townsperson who's been able to actually read the Bible for the first time. So, Philip, how do you feel about all this?
Well, before, priests were the only ones who were able to have a Bible. They taught many people, but who really knows if the things they said were true? Priests have a lot of power, so by changing the teachings of the Bible, they could manipulate people into believing whatever they wanted the people to believe.
So are you saying that now you can choose your own ideas and not be controlled by a person reading a book?
Exactly! And I think I speak for my fellow commoners when I say that it feels good to choose. We are now able to read the true teachings of the sacred book and are able to know when the priests are spreading false truths.
Thank you, Philip, for giving us a view of your opinion on the matter. We now go back to Martin in the studio. Martin?
Thank you, everybody at home watching. This was Whoa News, Europe's #1 news source. Tune in every day at 7 p.m. for an update on the current events happening all over the world.
Thank you, Mr. Kaplan.
We learned a lot.
And had a lot of fun.
Hasta la vista, baby.